That's got to be tightened up. That's got to be fixed going into this next one, and hopefully he's able to do that. I think the rest of the team will kind of have a little say to him and let him know that it can't really be happening that way. They have to step it up. He has to start performing with his ult. It's the most expensive weapon. It needs to deliver impact. As we get right into things, it's map number 2.
Yeah, it is going to be on Inferno, isn't it? And I never knew that the boiler was that ornate.
Yeah,
It looked really, really nice.
Pretty fancy. I wouldn't mind having one of those. I think over the years it's been developed and changed position. And if you haven't seen that before, then head over to see YouTube. There's some videos that actually discuss all the changes of Inferno. Kind of interesting how many there actually are. You got via Adamo or something over towards Banana for Freiburg.
Do you speak Italian?
I do not.
Okay. There are like all these small little shout outs and tributes to like different spots and maps. Like I don't know how many new players know why Goose is called Goose on Dust 2.
Obviously with well, the developers originally, so that was kind of interesting. But I think right now, I can't even recall what it looks like on the current Dust 2. It's just kind of like an actual goose, right?
Yeah, it's an actual goose, but like in 1.6 and like earlier versions, it used to be literally like green lettering.
Yeah,
goose.
Green spray. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That's one particular thing I love about Counter-Strike compared to a lot of other up-and-coming esports, the amount of history behind the game, where you can keep going back and back, these small little things, like just a map could be a mini documentary on its own, and I think that is such a cool thing. But anyway, enough of us dilly-dallying and regaling you with tales, which you probably don't really care about. But here we go. Map number 2. This is the pick from Invictus. A map where TYLOO are pretty competent on, although they did lose their map pick on Train 1614. They would be looking to kind of reverse their fortunes here on the second map, and it's going to be TYLOO starting on the CT side. Map pick from Invictus, TYLOO opting to start on the CT side. We have somebody with the kit and the grenade, and the rest of them just Kevlars and USPs. Not really going for anything elaborate.
Well, this is one of the, like, I never see a solo banana hold in a pistol round. Like, they never really see this on the CT side. So
it's somebody.
Yeah, it is somebody. That is a very good point. And while TYLOO have 4 players over towards the A bomb site to start things off, if there is a player you get a task with holding on his own, it would be somebody. Just Jiggle peeking as well. He's not playing too far to the left. He's going to go for the fight, so now has to come back into position. But these rotations, they're going to be slow.
I like how passive Invictus were. The second they spotted out somebody, they're all right, hold on, wait for the utility. Nate does no damage, and attack was down 2 HP. So like you're saying, this is a problem. But somebody, is he going to do something a little wild? He just goes for the jump, but realizes it's really not worth going for it. Does a bit of damage, a little bit of, I think just a 1 tag of Destroyer. The bomb will be planted, and it's going to be a 5v5 post-plan.
Oh, well, Viva right over the top catches out somebody. Another follow-up kill, but Attacker gets 2 back in. Fly finds 1, well, still in favor of Invictus up until this point. Slowly finding a headshot back in, but Flying continues his good work. He's grading these pistol rounds. And now slowly, the last remaining player, what can he do? He looks towards Darkin. Destroyer's going to fall. Now it's just Flying, just running away. He knows they've done enough work to win this pistol round. Invictus off to a good start. And well, the headshot as well. Just to add extra insult to injury. Invictus will find the pistol round.
And that's another huge run from Flying. 3K for him, despite Attacker just trying there. He got a very nice quick 2K to kind of get a trade for TYLOO, but Flying off to a flying start after what was a phenomenal first map on Train, dropping the 30 bomb, something which you don't usually see that often if you're an Asian team facing off against TYLOO. But there we go. Force buy, of course, going to be coming in for TYLOO. We saw what happened there. Force buy earlier in Train. Hopefully, Invictus will be looking to play this one, the anti-eco, a little bit more safe. Aggression up mid, and Oi just completely destroys a Rex Danking. Somebody with the trade, though, over to a Xiao Sage, and some are trying to hold the line, but Oi just a couple of rounds, then that's when TYLOO start to think, okay, well, we haven't immediately got off to a good start here in Inferno. We're still going to have to dig deep on the CT side. And they're coming onto the CT side, the side they struggled on the most, on Trin as well, so this is definitely a test for TYLOO to see what they've got up their sleeve. Quite a bit to save here for Slowly.
I mean, full utility basically, minus 1 piece, and Kevlar with a helmet. So definitely worthwhile carrying this into the next round.
Yeah, they could probably try and work around this with the pistols they have. You'll notice how Danking has a little bit of extra money. He didn't go for the full investment in round number 2, which means it's going to be an early AWP buy coming out from Mr. Danking for TYLOO, but that will be in round number 4. For now, though, it's just going to be the pistols. I don't see any upgrades going their way. It's really not worth it. Really not going for just a cheeky deagle buy, whatnot. Just want to save it, right? Every pistol you buy is a utility, piece of utility lost. And if you go for a deagle buy, you're losing like 2 flashbangs and a smoke, or an incendiary and a flashbang or something like that. So that's not worth it. And I respect this. Summer, the only one to purchase anything. He's actually gone for the Kevlar buy as well. This I'm not too sure about from Summer. But he has been going for these sort of plays as an in-game leader for the team. He goes for some of these sacrificial plays. This time, I kind of feel like he's handicapped himself. Not really worth it, if you ask me. He will still have a buy, but it's going to be maybe a FAMAS or a UMP or an MP9 with utility. But slowly pushing on up. This is very, very worrying. Smoke dissipates, might just get caught out here, but he's gonna win the duel. Yes, he is. Doesn't find a second, though. Viva with a quick execute onto slowly, and with that, are they gonna be heading towards A, where the stack is waiting for them?
Well, Flash is up, Flying goes around the corner, 3 players to his left side and 1 in towards the right. It's Summer, and he's going to go down as Flying tries to flee the scene. He'll back down in towards second middle. Somebody up here. Oh, the bedroom kill. He'll look down with the USP. Now rifles collected. Well, just 1 at the moment, singular for TYLOO. It's the AK in the hands of somebody. The bomb planted over towards B. So it now becomes a sieve, and somebody has to carry this into the next round. He's got bodyguards around him. Kind of reminds me of, you know, Jason Momoa. You know that famous photo where he has his bodyguards and he makes them look like really small, unmuscular dudes. This is what it's like right now. Somebody just getting bodyguarded by Danking attacker.
Or, if you're a little bit older, Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Have you seen that? Have you seen the movie, Denko? The Bodyguard?
No.
Right. My mom loves it. It's a little bit of a kind of a chick flick, but I think it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
I'm sure.
Jason just chiming in with his thoughts in our team speak, and I agree with him. I think it's a great movie. It's worth a watch, Dinko. You should definitely check it out.
Okay. Maybe
It's a little bit of a boomer movie, I guess, by your standards, but worth.
Well, I'll take a look. I like old films. Probably not even that old. I like, I watch really old films, so should be interesting. Well, 3-0, Invictus. They got a MAC-10, and that's in the hands of Destroyer. The rest with AKs though, and plenty of utility. Finally, TYLOO get a buy-in. It's Danking on the AWP. Now, this player, we had question marks surrounding him, how he'll be able to perform here in Inferno. And he's got to show us, and while the MAC-10, oh, charging down. Oh, he's not looking the right way. Summer, oh, he still finds the kill, slowly as well. It'll be the 2 kills picked up for TYLOO.
That should be a free kill. That should be a free kill for Destroyer. And we're talking about how... What? Oh, he just walked straight into the smoke and slowly, a little too slow to react. Trade. Ooh, I thought Danking was done for there, but that's a bomb dropped. And now with that, we see Summer rotating back towards Archway. And I like this from Danking, not really facing towards the same position. He's going to reposition himself, spotting towards apartments, if I'm not mistaken there. Attacker. As well towards the mini pit. So TYLOO, 4-2. 2-man advantage. And Invictus not really disguising the fact that they are trying to retrieve the bomb, which they will. I mean, 50 seconds on the clock, they still have a lot of time to work with. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately for them, they have the 1 smoke in the hands of Oi. So they're going to be coming towards B. The smoke's going to neutralize Summer's position all the way back to CD spawn. And that means it's going to come down to somebody again, all alone on the bomb side. He's got a flashbang and AK-47, but he'll have to take this duel, this 1v2, all by his lonesome.
Well, he can certainly pull it off. Good angle from Summer. Oh, no. He goes down immediately. And now somebody in the corner. They go to swing. It's the first kill for somebody. Oi is so incredibly low as well. Oh, and somebody takes him down. It's going to be TYLOO with their first on the board. It took a while, but finally... in the gun rounds, they show up. Now it's Invictus with a decision to make. They have plenty of money left on 3 of their players. Viva immediately purchasing up the AWP. He's going to get an AK as well, can afford light Kevlar. So it's going to be a good buy across the board here from Invictus. Another chance to break down the buy of TYLOO, which is, again, quite limited in terms of what reserve cash they have left over. So they could certainly see themselves going down to the pistols if they lose this one. But mid-aggression coming in. This is a TYLOO round if I've ever seen one.
Ooh, Barrel spotted out. That's a little worrisome. I like how slowly just goes for the face anyway and wins the duel. Destroys dead. Oh, good night, sweet prince. Nate will find one and he continues holding W, and Viva will finally put him to sleep. But in that chaos, look at the aggression from somebody. He's pushed up towards the logs, towards Banana. And this is where Summer and Attacker probably fall back a little bit. Just stick together, ensure that they have kind of like a crossfire setup towards mid. There's somebody, he pretty much has Banana on lockdown for the time being.
Yeah, this position is going to be quite difficult for Flying to be able to win this in battle. Well, I say it, and he still wins it. Headshot picked up, somebody goes down. Another B-bomb site was under pressure. Not the best flashbang from Summer, I have to say. And now he's going to run back over towards the coffins. Smoke up in his face that's really causing issues for the crossing players. You usually would want to see that coffin smoke go a little deeper due to this exact reason. But this specific smoke actually covers off the player who would stand on top of the coffin. Flying is 46 HP, and well, there's the kill from Viva. Takes down Summer, who had an opportunity to find success, but it's Viva that cleans up, and Invictus, they win that important round. TYLOO, the money in the bank is not too bad. I mean, obviously a couple of players really suffering, but the rest have enough. So decisions coming up here, do they just go with the pistols, or do they go for the full investment?
That was basically Viva always lonesome. I wish Slowly had fallen back. He had a smoke. He had a smoke for a T-spawn. He had his teammates was top mid. There was no need for him to go for that peek towards T-slope because his teammate, there was no one nearby. He couldn't even go for the double peek. And I like the aggression. I just don't enjoy the follow-up. And good job from Viva. The 4K on the T side. We spoke about how he likes going with the AWP on Inferno T side, and he's showing it this time around. He has been comparatively a little quiet for Invictus on Inferno, especially with the Zoom banger, but this time he has woken up. And that's a good sign for Invictus. We spoke about how this should have been a 2-0 for TYLOO, at least on paper. But Invictus, they look like they've had the energy drinks, they've had the breakfast, and they're ready to dance. And right now, this dance of death, definitely not going the way of TYLOO. I like this as well from Invictus. Going for a little bit of a contact play, a little bit risky. But they have that Mag 10 in the hands of Destroyer to kind of lead the way. Announcing their presence here, but 3 players with TYLOO with the pistols all the way towards the pit area, towards apartments area, so these weapons should come out on top for Invictus.
Well, Destroyer with 1. He'll go back over the top and attempt to kill on that Mac 10, but it doesn't quite work out that way. Now 4 versus 3, Summer with the CZ. Good kill towards Flying. Attacker's also able to chime in, but finding much more than that is highly unlikely here. Slowly, he's going to go down towards the end of the round. Big round there from Xiaosage. Exits Invictus, 5-1 on the board. Money is going to be there for TYLOO to get the AWP out immediately here alongside the M4s and utility. But if Invictus win this round, well, we're starting to look at them getting a really comfortable T side. And we know this is where they did most of their heavy lifting yesterday on Inferno, so it's important for them to get as many rounds here.
Oh yeah, indeed. The T side, like you said, definitely looked pretty good, but the CD side, I think, still leaves quite a bit lacking. Viva missing a shot there. Somebody, I think it was just rather danking, a little lucky. Stay alive. Thing with TYLOO, it's just how unpredictable they are. Like if you compare Vici and TYLOO, currently the top 2 teams in Asia, if you ask me, if you don't count Taiga, it's like for Vici, they will rarely, if ever, lose to any team in Asia if their name's not TYLOO. They're so consistent, except against TYLOO, who are the Kryptonite. And for TYLOO, it's like they will just keep beating Vici time and time and time again, but against almost any other random team in Asia, there is that one chance that they might get taken out. The flashbang is perfect, but oi, you should have got that kill, but Viva and Flying opening up B, and with that, they're just going to be holding that W button and just running in towards the B bomb to Summers. There though, he's ready and waiting. He's going to go for the wide peek, gets Xiaosage. The Flying with a quick trade, Flying goes flying in through the smoke as well, slightly unnecessary, and slowly will pick him off, making it a 2v2. Still a winnable retake if he just holds on. He's trying to go for the spray through the smoke. Won't prevent the bomb from getting planted. But at least he has an inkling for a few seconds as to where both the players are.
Well, 25 seconds left in this bomb timer. Danking coming back in from Banana, waiting with his teammates positioned towards CT. Slowly starts to make his way back in. Viva has a good angle, should be able to find the first, if not destroyer. And well, there it is. Danking forced to fall back into Banana. It's going to be another round collective for Invictus. My Orbla, this is a brilliant start from Invictus coming into this. They realize, okay, well, we've just picked up Trim. We need to try and continue this immediately going into Inferno. And well, they haven't stopped. 6-1 on the T side right now. They're having an absolute blinder of a game. And well, we'll see who pops out of the drone today. It is going to be no one other than Mr. Dan King.
Well, he has been a little quiet. Like we said, on Train, he had to be a little bit more impactful, considering it is Train and he is the AWP.
He's at one
so
kill.
Far, yeah, this is not ideal, is it? The trigger finger. I like whoever's come up with all these names, like the utility file and all those fancy terms. Yeah. But right now, and I like how the drone just goes to rest and it disappears as well. Oh, we have another drone. So there's two drones, one for the T side, one for the CT side. I like that. And it is going to be Viva, the AWP trainee. What does that mean?
I guess it means that he's not quite fantastic. Most missed AWP shots, so you know he's using the AWP, but he's also not looking brilliant.
Well, he did get the 4K earlier, so I guess whichever shots he does land, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. But here we go, though. The save from TYLOO, rather the save from Danking, and right now he needs to be an Opmeister to kind of save his team here. Just the pistols being purchased by TYLOO, and you just got to point. I mean, I think you pointed out earlier, Dinka, how the CD side from TYLOO has seemed a little unimaginative. Like I like the aggression down mid they had earlier, but then they don't know how to follow it up. You know, by falling back, having an escape route. And whenever they get banana control as well, it's like it's the same position they're holding. It's going to be pre-fired.
Yeah, it's a little steel right now. I'm thinking a few teams actually fall victim to that. You know, a team that has so much firepower, so much potential, but the CT sides look a little bit weak. I think a good example of that is probably Virtus Pro. They become quite stale in that approach. So yeah, it's definitely something TYLOO would probably have to work on and try and figure out here as they go on into the series. Another passive this time. Danking on the bomb site with the AWP. He managed to carry over. Okay, somebody. Okay, right down into middle, finds one, won't get away with his life. He actually nearly takes down two there from that peak. That could have been incredible. Still one kill, better than nothing. Now Danking up towards top middle. He has an opportunity. There's the shot. Takes down outside gate. And now we've got ourselves a 3 versus 4. Man advantage in play here for TYLOO. Oh, this position.
How does somebody even find that window?
I really don't know.
He has so much time as well.
You talked about.
Yeah, it's just nuts, right? And he had so much time to just spot all of them, fall back for a bit, take his time, take the headshot, even get the dink as well. I'm a little surprised where Invictus continued on the A-bomb side when they knew the way the AWP was. Because they knew the AWP was safe, and they knew the rest of them were probably pistols. Maybe the B-bomb side would have been better hit. But hey, around is around for TYLOO, I guess. And a dual AWP system back in place. Somebody in Danking. Rifles, quite a bit of utility as well. That was a massive, massive win for TYLOO. Can they capitalize on it, though, is the question. They have some residual cash because of winning that eco round. But for Invictus, money's kind of low, actually. Some of these rounds have come down to the 2v1s, the 2v2s, and the 2v3s.
Well, going for the wall bangs, Mr. Somebody. A little peek down in towards Banana, flashbang around the corner. Now Somebody looking to hold on. There's the light shot coming in, flying. It's going to be dropped low, but it doesn't matter. Somebody overrun, and he was the only player on the B-bomb side, so you can see how quickly someone's trying to get over here. He's going to toss a Molotov that might buy a few seconds and splinter the approach as he can get back over to the coffins. Now 1 versus 1, straight up aim duel against Oi, and well, Oi doesn't take his opportunity. Summer finds that kill, and now we're back into a 4 versus 4.
I just find it so... Ooh, nice shot there from Flying, but re-peeks out, 3v3. This is a doable retake. However, if I'm Tom, just holding onto your weapons here, and Shaosage in the smoke. Attacker right behind him. It's just a waiting game right now. Is Attacker going to be expecting this? Waiting for the smoke to dissipate. The both of them are there. And it's Chaosaki doesn't spot a second player. Summer gets the kill. Now it's Destroyer and Viva. And Viva is going to show his presence. Flashbang is brilliant. And Destroyer even saving his teammate there. 7-2. And like you pointed out, when you're playing the B bomb site alone, and you know, like any other player playing B, even if they have an AWP, the second you saw the flash coming out, that's when you toss in utility and fall back to a much safer angle.
Yeah.
But somebody, like you said, lives and dies by the sword. He is... You can't really...
You can't force him to play passive, right? You just gotta let him do what he does best, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But as long as it's working more than it doesn't, that's all that matters. And obviously you can curve a couple of the issues. I think what would work well is if I think Summer is obviously the quick rotator, but even then sometimes his rotations aren't fast enough really. So I think maybe just having him towards back of Archway or like towards Speedway even, like you can go quickly towards that A bomb side if they do go A, but also you're available if somebody goes down alone. So it comes down to a different way you can approach that. You can certainly leave the player with Banana alone, but they don't really have Banana control when they left him there. It's just kind of, well, you're solo P and that's it. There's no control whatsoever. So they can just take full top Banana control and immediately 3 people are on his position. So it can be very, very difficult to hold on in that respect. And well, pressure not really working out for Dan King, goes down again. Oh, God, this is such a bad start for TYLOO. They're trying to get aggressive, and every kill is just going in favor of Invictus. This is absolutely awful from TYLOO.
What do you even do to that? Like, just the openings. They had 3 at B, and then they just lose the A bomb side just like that. Now, Invictus don't know. They know there's another player towards B, but they're completely unaware there's no one at A bomb side right now. So, we do have Shaosage just holding the line, making sure no CT does push out towards mid. And I feel like even Invictus, they have an idea of how TYLOO like to play somebody, right? Somebody is that soul player. He's a guy who is so unpredictable that it's very hard to keep a partner with him. Like, he has to do all these things on his own. So it's almost like the moment they get a pick onto him towards B or whatever, they're like, yeah, the site's empty. There can't be anyone else. And it seems like it feels like they have the read on how TYLOO like to play somebody, at least at the moment, considering how often they play against each other, considering I'm sure that they scrim against each other all the time as well. 8-2 for Invictus. I did not believe... If you told me that this was going to be the scoreline with Invictus winning map 1 and this being 8-2 on map number 2, Denko, I'd ask you to shut up.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the expected result or scoreline at any point coming into the series. We expected TYLOO, okay, they should be taking this series 2-0, but now they're in a position where they might potentially be losing the series 2-0, and that's definitely not what anybody was expecting coming into today. But then again, it is TYLOO, so it's always in the back of your head, right? It is the Asian Counter-Strike. Anybody can beat anybody, it seems, for the most part. And Invictus, for me, like, it's not a huge overperformance either. They're looking like a good team. They're solid. They've had some quiet moments as well. So I think they're just a good Counter-Strike team, and it's good to see it. And Flying again, 11-7. The rest of his team kind of around that as well. You know, not too far. It's not a huge disparity. They're just playing well.
Agree with you. I think they are playing a good round of Counter-Strike, and TYLOO's unpredictability is not really working out in their favor. Missed shot from somebody, but he will recover, but he's very low. This is where he fall on back. Just one nade, and he's done for, but he's going to stick on around, rattling up a couple of shots before he finally will be falling back towards coffins. So at least the initial kill going the way of TYLOO. Some success. All the Viva does find slowly towards B. Was it even a wall bang? Looked like a wallbang. Look at him just aggressing on. He knows somebody's nearby. I don't think he's going to be expecting somebody towards the sandbags considering how much damage he took. And somebody, it's all on him. 1v3 on a bomb site. It's going to find one quick trade for Moy. But now they know that bomb site has been compromised. Rotation coming in. Man advantage to TYLOO. They need to win this retake.
Well, on planted. Man advantage in play for TYLOO coming into the retake. And like you said, it's a must win for them. Flying is going to sit back in behind Nubox. His teammate arrives in behind him as well. This double setup in behind Nubox, not really going to be expected. There's no Molotov either to clear this out. Oh, the timing could be awful here for Flying. He's going to peek down in towards CT. Still finds a kill. Swung, though. But they're not going to be expecting Oi's position. They played this one well. Now 1 versus 1. Oi looking for Dan King. And he peeks out to the right side. Dan King runs him down, but Oi steps up. Big round coming in from Invictus. Really well played in that post plan.
Yeah, and when it comes to these situations like the post plans of 2v2s, 3v3s, I feel like Invictus have looked the better team today so far. For TYLOO, it mainly relies on danking just popping off or somebody having a ludicrous round, right? Apart from that, it just feels like Invictus, they seem to flow better as a team, the way they go for the trades and whatnot. And this is a round where, I won't lie, I honestly felt like TYLOO would have this. I knew they might suffer a few casualties, but I thought they'd probably still get the round considering how low I think a Flying was. But, yeah, not good enough. Like that bait setup towards back of the side as well. Definitely not expecting that, allowing Oi to get the to have the element of surprise in the 1v2. And with that, 9-2, 4 rounds remaining in this half. And if TYLOO wanna like have a little bit of buffer, Dinko, to work with on the T side, they need to string the remaining rounds together here. Because if Invictus get to 10 or even 11 rounds, I think this could be it.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. It might not even be close. And while Summer, he's going to get aggressive with a FAMAS. Good flashbang. That's going to allow a free kill. And he'll go, oh, he looks away, but the flash is continue to rain on in. That keeps Invictus back towards top middle, but finally Summer is going to go down. He's in that position for so long. And now at the moment, 4 versus 4. Dan King comes off the angle, Flying there with a kill as well. Attacker taken down. Man advantage still here for Invictus. Luckily, that's the bomb. Slowly's just caught the bomb in Archway. Another chances to slide back in favor of TYLOO, but slowly getting another kill. Oh, this is a pretty poor approach from Invictus. They've actually dropped the ball here. Smoke goes down, they pick up the bomb, they get out of it with the bomb on their back, so they can get back towards the site. The issue is somebody. Oh, he's going to be off towards short. Flying needs to be careful around this corner.
He read that perfectly. He knew what somebody's going to do there.
Oh. Shot lands as
well.
Line up for him. Oh, he nearly pulls it off, but slowly. What a round from him. Down in towards the archway. Finds the bomb to start things off. The second kill and closes the round as well. But that could have happened for Flying. There's a world in which he lines them both up there.
It's kind of unfortunate I have to like point out Xiaosage because he's the one player I actually respect the most in this Invictus lineup. He's been playing for a long time. He's also the in-game leader for the team. And while he doesn't necessarily have these big, massive maps like a Destroyer or a Viva or Flying or an Oi might have, he is the smartest and the most well-rounded player, I feel like, for the Invictus side. In that 3v3 with the bomb being dropped, you wait for your teammates. You wait for your teammates and use the utility instead of just going for the dry peek against Slowly. And I feel like that was the mistake made by Xiaosage, which teammates there. Somebody is going to walk into the smoke. Is he? Do it, somebody. Just do it. Do it.
You know, he wants to.
He wants to. Yeah, definitely. Somebody's probably like holding his... Oh, there we go. Switching on up. Xiaosage is ready. He knows this.
Reload. You heard the reload sound. That was an opportunity for him to cross, but yeah, somebody's aggression held. This is good stuff. Invictus again, just kind of waiting for TYLOO to get aggressive. And they just sit back. They just hold their default, and TYLOO present themselves to the Invictus players. They just take down an easy round again. 10-3. Money gone for TYLOO. Likely 11 rounds here for Invictus on the T side of Inferno. What is happening, Blair?
Can I just point out that that was a buy round? That TYLOO won the previous round.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, it
and
was.
everyone dies with Invictus not even showing themselves. Invictus had no control towards top of mid. They didn't push apps. They didn't push banana. They killed every one of TYLOO at mid. Because TYLOO were like, yes, time for us to aggress. But it wasn't like aggressing together as a team. It was one by one, just going for the individual duels, hoping to catch someone off guard. And well played by Invictus. They just read that like an open book, and shredded it, and flushed it down the toilet.
Well, 4 versus 4 immediately. Destroyer does get the opening, but Attacker's immediately there with a reply. But Dan King in the open towards long. He's going to go away from the round. And man advantage collected for Invictus. And this is definitely a round you see Invictus taking rather cleanly. They just need to be methodical in their approach. So again, it goes around the corner, but it's somebody with a CZ finding one. Although Viva and Oi clean up the rest. It's 11 rounds for Invictus. Last round of the half coming right up. If Invictus posts 12, it's done. I honestly see no way in which TYLOO can pull this back.
Never say never, Dinko.
I never usually do say never, so I'm trying to make a statement here, because I think Invictus definitely look much better at the moment. Then again, TYLOO are good on the T side, so we'll see what they can do there, but CT side has been rough for 2 maps now.
I think the CD side for Invictus can be equally as bad. I have not been impressed with Invictus' CD side at all, but if they win 12-3 in the T side, that's so much a buffer to work with. They can literally just go for stacking one bomb site 15 rounds in a row, and I think they're still going to win the series. But here we go. Final round. Nate will be tossed by Mr. Summer. Does quite a bit of chip damage onto 4 players, but he will be forced back, and the pincer is going to be fast and furious. Slowly, again, caught out with the nade in hand. Flying finds attacker. Summer's going to get caught out. That's an A bomb site just snatched from the arms of TYLOO. Pretty much like snatching candy from a baby. That looks so easy for Invictus. And somebody's going to be left in a 1v5 and flying. What a peak there to finish off the job. 12-3 for Invictus on the T side and flying. I mean, if they win this map right here, he has to be the MVP of the series.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's making a statement for himself already in terms of, even if it went on to be a loss here on Inferno, which I really don't see that happening, then Flying's still up there as one of the top players the entire series. So he's so impressive. I've really been impressed for him. I pointed him out yesterday within, I think, the first map. He was looking good. I think he was a little quieter in Inferno yesterday than the other 2 maps, but I definitely see some signs of life for him. And that's when he really struck fire, and he started looking real good towards the end of that best of 3 recast yesterday. 12-3 now, though. Looking for this pits to round win. TYLOO desperately need it. Destroyer sits back, looks for the kills. It's Flying and Destroyer finding the headshots, but Summer at least available to pull it back, but it's only the 3 kills. Luckily a 2v2. And now somebody coming back from Banana wants to go over towards A. Currently Flying is over here with a USP, and he's been brilliant in the pistol rounds, and they jump around the corner. 2 players looking right at him, and there it is. Flying finds them all. They come around the corner. He handles it well. 13-3. Pistol round picked up from Invictus. And no money for TYLOO.
I think that was pretty much almost the final nail in the coffin here for TYLOO. And it's crazy how one-sided this series, this particular map has been. Like, going to train, we're like, okay, you know, Invictus kind of mounting the comeback in the second half. TYLOO almost closing it out, almost taking it to overtime, but it was much more close contested, right? A fair bit of mistakes being made by both the teams. We saw some huge individual plays from both sides, especially Flying being phenomenal, but this has just been a beating and a half by Invictus, completely dominating TYLOO. Where was the TYLOO I saw in the Pro League qualifiers? Like, this is so weird. I'm just trying to wrap my head around like how bad this Inferno side has been from TYLOO. Just aggression, lack of respect, perhaps. And Invictus said, well, they're punishing them for it.
I mean, in these rounds, TYLOO that they lose, there's always at least some sort of flashy shot that comes through, but never really been able to turn them into round wins, because for the majority of the time, Invictus have just looked consistently better across the board. 14-3. I mean, this isn't the TYLOO we know, right? This isn't the TYLOO that are able to pick it up in terms of their performance capable on this roster. They're looking rough, I have to say. Like, a few of the players right now are not doing really what they should. Dan King has been so quiet. He's attempted so much aggression. It hasn't worked in either of these maps. We've seen Attacker be quiet in Inferno. This isn't the TYLOO that they're capable of being.
That statement I agree with. Like, this is not a TYLOO that they're capable of being, but this is not a TYLOO we know. I don't think so. I don't think so, Digger. I think the TYLOO I know is a TYLOO who will probably beat an Astralis in a series, and immediately in the next one probably lose to a random Filipino-Indonesian mix. 2-0. So
do you think
that
it's just
is
a
TYLOO I know.
mindset thing where they just approach the game differently? Because I think coming into this, they looked like they were just going up against Invictus with sheer confidence and aggression. They were peeking without flashes. They were going around the corners and just taking fights. Obviously, that they wouldn't do that against a team they would respect a lot more. So, do you feel like it's just sort of a mindset thing?
I agree. I've seen them play choke massive leads against some pretty good teams, like EU teams, because they gave too much of respect. And there were times when I'm like, stop doing that. Like, just play like, you know, there's another Chinese team and they're probably going to get the win. And on the other hand, against these Chinese teams where they can be as chaotic as TYLOO, they just start giving too respect. And that's exactly what we're seeing over here. And it's TYLOO. Like, Vici, like I said, they can pretty much beat any team in Asia apart from TYLOO, while TYLOO can lose to any team in Asia apart from Vici. It is wild. And what does Mr. Drone have for us right now? Flying. Let's go knives instead.
I haven't seen that one, and that is good. Well, wasted bullet, 79.6%. I mean, a lot of these stats are actually quite negative. The one thing that's a positive, I love the Invictus jacket. I think it's awesome looking. I would love an Invictus jacket, really. The bomber jacket looks kind of cool.
Yeah, we rarely see any white jackets at Viva. Notice there's a player there. Flashbang is good, but slowly, with 2 quick kills, at least the trade does go the way. And Shaosage finds 2.
Well, Destroyer.
Wait, what?
Okay. Well, it's a 3 versus 2, just like that. TYLOO have the man advantage. Dan King able to find the kill. Now Summer looking to emerge from the apartments. Towards pit he will look. Oi off towards short at the moment. Summer starts to walk forward, but it's down to whether or not he can find this kill. He has to clear the pit already, and once he realizes that is clear, the rest of his team can move up. Oi, aggressive. That's somebody down in towards the ramp. He has the bomb. Somebody finds 1 kill and a second, of course. Somebody is in that weird position where he's left alone with the bomb down towards the T-stairs. If he goes down, then obviously it's a huge issue for TYLOO, but in finding that kill, definitely allows TYLOO to win that round there. So good stuff from somebody. And 15-4, Invictus Gaming, well, they'll be looking for just 1 more round, but it won't be coming in the previous round and probably won't be coming up here. But then again, they do have Deagle, so who knows what.
I think, yeah, who knows is good. And this is going to be the first loss for TYLOO in the month of June. They have been flawless so far. Like, I think they beat Beyond 2-0, they beat Vici 2-1, they beat Vici again 3-2, then they beat Invictus 2-0, and Vici again 2-0 and 2-0. So they've been looking very good, but mainly against Vici, who they've faced 4 times in 1 month. That is ludicrous.
I looked at TYLOO's last 5 matches they played, and 4 of them were Vici.
Yeah, it sounds like love affair at this point in time. Like, but also, like in May, they lost to BTRG. A team that they had no business losing against, but they lost to them. They also lost to Tiger for the for the RMR finals. So they're a team with the highest of highs and probably some of the lowest of lows when it comes to Asian CS. And I guess that's why everyone kind of likes TYLOO, because of how absolutely unpredictable and fun they are to watch. But at the same time, I have lost half my hair watching them play Counter-Strike.
If that's half your hair, Blair, then
I had very thick, luscious locks, and then TYLOO happened.
Right down to your ass.
It was. There's a story. Not right now. We shall bring it up another day.
We'll save that one. Of Blair and his luscious locks right down to his ass. And what? 15-5. We're looking for another round here for TYLOO. It's Dan King with a 4K. Pads those stats a little bit. On to 11 kills. 15-6. TYLOO, another opportunity here to make the scoreline look much more respectable. This could have been 16-3, but luckily they get a few more rounds on the board here. But now Invictus, they have got the buy coming back in. Now, can they close it here? They've got the AWP 4 Destroyer. They've got the M4s. The AUG can play. And the utility available. This is your die time now for TYLOO. They have to be flawless to pull it to overtime. And that just doesn't really seem like a feasible thing. But we'll see what they can do. TYLOO every round that matters. And we'll see what they can do now as Summer goes aggressive up towards Top Banana. He's not going to find success, instead forced away by the utility.
Invictus by just keeping TYLOO at bay. Ooh, I like the regression of TYLOO though. And Shaosage, is he going to fall on back? Even Shaosage lucky not to take much or any damage at all. Now, just the one smoke remaining for Xiao Sage. He has a flashbang, if needs be. And we have Flying rotating over towards the bomb site, so I think Flying might just get boosted up, or we're just going to boost up Xiao Sage. There's a flower pot. I'm just curious about somebody's position towards Apps. He's trying to sell something. In fact, he's going to get the kill onto Oi, and he's looking for more. And with that, oh, Destroyer finds somebody with a no-scope nonetheless. And with that, you can see the bomb now making its way towards B, but they won't be expecting this stack, Dingo. 3-player, 3 CTs waiting. They have the utility, they have the time, but they might just be walking into the trap here.
Well, utility up. Flashes Molotovs as Summer is going to be there for the kill. Flying goes down. Viva able to find one back in, but the boost is never checked in. Xiao Sage able to find one. Dan King comes back in, but it's not enough. Xiao Sage doing a lot of work, and now it's just Slowly up against Destroyer to try and win this game. And well, it's Slowly. The smoke fades, reveals Destroyer, and the headshot is there. TYLOO with the 7th round. Not done yet.
Not done yet is TYLOO, and again, coming down to 1v1s, they somehow cling on the precipice of defeat. But I don't believe in this. There's no way. 8 more map points, 8 more match and map points for Invictus Gaming to close this one out. And like I said, they could literally just stack a bomb site for the next 8 rounds, and one of those rounds are definitely going to go their way. So for TYLOO to bring this one back, they need to play a level which we haven't seen from them so far today. This is cheeky. Oh, attacker. Waiting for the flames to dissipate. I hope he peeks wood slowly, but the Deagles... Okay, delete it. Viva finds a headshot and he uses a smoke. That is so ballsy, though. Like, you have the utility. They're like, you know what? We're going to get the kill, and then we're going to throw a smokes, and then the Deagles didn't go. It's happening again. It's happening again.
Just proves that it doesn't matter who they're up against. They could be the best team in the region. It can be anyone, really, that can take the damage against the Deagles. And Invictus just such a talented roster in that respect. It's somebody with the first kill, though. Flying goes down, and maybe it's not done yet. Somebody and Slowly finding the headshots back in. It's a 3 versus 3. Another Deagle headshot, though, and it's Oi that gets rid of somebody. Big peek from Xiao Sage, and he should have been able to find that. But unfortunately for him, he goes down, and Slowly now running straight in towards Ruins. The bomb plant gets planted right in front of the coffins, but now the Deagles have turned into AK-47s. Oi has a Kevlar and helmet to play with here as well. Destroyer, unfortunately, doesn't. So he's going to be the front man, just clearing these angles, trying to clear as many positions as possible. They don't have a kid, so they know they have to move quickly. They have to try and cut through the defense on this bomb site. And Oi's going to get aggressive towards CT. Catches out Slowly, and out to all on Summer. Wrapping around the back, through CT spawn. Spots Oi, takes him down, and now 1 versus 1. He knows he can play the time. 9 seconds, not enough time to win the round here. And well, a round that looks scary, a round that looked done, but Slowly is the man that gets the important kills over towards B that allows the round to go in favor of TYLOO.
That looked very, very scary. And for a moment there, I was like, yeah, the Deagles, it's happening again. And I wonder if we can, ask PGL for maybe like a tracker of all the rounds won with just the Deagles, with just the pistols. I think we should be close to double digits by now. And it's just been a day. 1 day. It's just been like, what, 3 best of 3s and 2 maps so far here? And I think we're close to like 10 rounds already. It's ridiculous.
Well, 15 to 8 now. TYLOO have looked pretty solid after they realized, okay, wait, one second here, they're about to win this. One more round and we're out of this series. They had to turn it up a gear.
Still 7 more rounds back to back. It's not gonna be easy. Flying, who, despite having a phenomenal map so far, he supposedly hasn't had 5 kills. Sorry, he hasn't had a single kill in the past 5 rounds, which is very uncharacteristic for that player. But utility being expended by TYLOO towards top of banana is going to force Viva to play a little more passive angle. I'm surprised when you're playing that angle with the AWP, you have a support player for you right there towards CD spawn, getting boosted up, and surprisingly, there's no one there. Wraparound coming in from Summer, Xiao Sage ready and holding the line, a little bit of an off angle. Someone does check it, but Xiao Sage still comes out on top. Now somebody. Is he gonna somehow thread the needle and make his way? The hit is coming in towards Viva. Position compromise. I would have liked to just hold on to the angle. Flick shot's not going to be coming on in. Xiao Sage finds somebody while slowly takes on Viva on that bomb side. Danking on 3 HP. It's 4v3 retake. This is very winnable, but Danking 3 HP or not, Dinko. He just needs one bullet to get a frag.
Well, attacker blinded. They run over his position. Xiao Sage able to find him attacker con. That's a big round so far from Xiao Sage. He looks for more though. He'll run on in. Danking still incredibly low. Off towards banana, slowly with a kill towards CT spawn. Now they can really focus. They know the last two players are coming out of the ruins and slowly position it strong right now. The time ticking. They have to get these kills quickly and it just won't be happening again. TYLOO right down into the post plant. They delay the time so far gone and they're just not going to be able to win the round here in Invictus. So many rounds have come close, but TYLOO just keep on winning.
And they just need to win 6 more rounds. I mean, it was what, 15 to 6, 15 to 5 at one point. Slowly but surely, TYLOO. They've been in situations like this, right? They've been in situations like this so many times in the past that it was actually 15 to 3, 15 to 3 to 15 to 9. Okay.
Uh-oh. That's all I'm saying right now for Invictus. It's looking like they might be crumbling a little bit here. We have so many opportunities still to take it over the line. They just need one round after all. And with the skill on this team, it's hard to see a way in which they don't roll into that round. I mean, they come close in pretty much every one of these. They've come close down the final kill. It's just the time is the issue. No one's running out of time on this post plant. The B bomb site, certainly the weakness for them at the moment, but it's Deagles in play. Gone for the decision to save as much money as possible. They'll be able to get a really solid buy in this next round. And TYLOO just taking their time, methodical in their approach.
Methodical, and they need to be. Like, there is literally no margin for error here. They need to make sure every round is won. They need to make sure that they don't really hamper their money either. Like, they need to win the rounds while keeping some semblance of an economy in the running. Nice flashbang. This time, Slowly's ready. This time, Slowly's ready. And you try the same trick twice. Doesn't work out a second time. So good to know that TYLOO at least... Ooh, that's a tasty shot from Oi. But somebody being an absolute... sneaky little... that's a word I don't want to use here. But Flying at least gets a trade. And they will retrieve the 2 AKs. I love somebody at times. Like I said, he's frustrating. He can pretty much lose rounds all by his lonesome for TYLOO. At the same time, he's so fun to watch with his positioning. I wonder how you call for somebody. It's like, somebody, I want you to go to the A bomb site towards apps and do your thing. And he's like, yeah, okay.
It's like somebody go kill. Like that,
it's not just about go kill, is it, right? For somebody
do
more
something
like
mental.
yeah. So seeds of chaos in the opposition, and that is something is good with. TYLOO have now won 7 in a row. They have hit double digits. As Twitch chat likes to say, is this the hashtag fake comeback from TYLOO? Or will they actually take it to overtime? That it almost happened in train, mind you. It was 15-11 for Invictus before TYLOO getting to 14, but unfortunately Viva in the end with a Deagle just closing it out. 2 opening kills, and then Invictus sealing the deal 16-14. Will that happen here again on Inferno? Because if it happens on Inferno, it's going to be a heartbreaker. Because TYLOO, it was 15-3 for crying out loud, and they needed to win 12. They need to win 12 in a row to get it to overtime. And so far, out of the 12, they have won 7, Dinko. You just need 5 more rounds. It is doable.
Oh, it certainly is doable. Just a couple more rounds to pick up here for TYLOO. I didn't believe. I really didn't. I probably still don't. But an opportunity is available. It's on to Invictus to see what they can do. They've got the full buy. They made the decision to go for the lower investment in the previous round to be able to afford this buy. They saved the 2 AKs into this round as well. A lot of the rounds that TYLOO have been able to pick up, they have been close. Flying has somewhat dropped off, has had a difficult time in getting kills. And now TYLOO start to walk up through Banana. 4 players this way. And again, it's this solo B hold. This time from Viva on his own. Smoke at the ready. That should buy a few extra seconds with 1 minute and 5 seconds on that clock. As soon as he hears the utility, oh well, TYLOO not going to respect the smoke. Instead, just charge right through it. There's a big gap in the CT smoke, but Viva can't do anything. He realistically needs 1 kill there and then to fall back. But I'm really not a fan of the way both of these teams have been playing B. I really am. The solo players on the B bomb site, it's a huge issue for them. And now they're just going to tuck in deep in towards the bomb site, TYLOO. And is there a chance for Invictus? They're waiting for the rotation for the rest of the teammate, but a 5v5 retake on this B bomb site. Limited time now as well, only 20 seconds left. It's not looking great.
You should just save here. Oh, Destroyer finds Summer though. You're running out of time. Just fall on back flying.
Do it.
It's not worth it. Taking too long, and like you said, despite a couple of kills going the way. Ooh, nice spray from somebody there. I don't understand. Firstly, all 5 players came from CD spawn, and I don't know if you noticed somebody's position. He was playing towards T slope on that post plant. So for TYLOO, they could just concentrate all 4 of the players towards construction, the CD spawn area. Invictus waited very passively. They got the 1 kill, and then they're like, all right, maybe now we can go for the retake. But there was no time. It just wasn't worth it. And with that, I would rather just save their weapons there and just wait for this round. Instead, it's 15-11. TYLOO have broken the money once more. It's going to come down to the Deagles. Viva. This time he's got 3 players towards B, but it's on Eco. Now, if only they had that on their buy rounds, Eco. But Viva, with a beautiful shot, finds Danking, just deletes him from the server, and doesn't take any damage as well. Well, takes 1 point of damage, but he'll be okay with that.
Finally a kill towards the B attack. Now, that is exactly what you want to see. Potentially another one here as well. Xiaoso Gate holding around the corner. Attacker here alongside Slowly. And Slowly has been the player that's actually won a lot of these rounds, important rounds for TYLOO to get them involved here. Yes, remember there was a round where the Deagles actually nearly toppled and could have taken the win, but Slowly again finding the trade back on in. Viva goes down inside the bomb site, but flying. Okay, 3 kills picked up on the Deagle, and now it's all on to somebody. A 1 versus 2 up against the Deagles. Have Invictus done it, or will somebody save the day? Smoke goes down on the bomb site to cover off the plant. Somebody will buy himself a few extra seconds to get into a good position. Oi has a kit, Kevlar and an AWP. Destroyer with the Deagle. But look at this, somebody back it up in towards the ruins. There's a player here close already. It's Destroyer with the Deagle. Somebody has a good angle. He can turn this into a series of 1 versus 1s. He spots the shadow, but it's the kill from Destroyer. And there it is, Invictus. They will take themselves the series win over TYLOO. What a start for this Invictus team. They played Tiger close. They could have taken them down yesterday, but now they take down the Titans in TYLOO.
Yeah, Invictus, it looked like they were choking a little bit over there, Dinko.